Getting up that first morning
Uh-huh.
and having choice.
Uh-huh.
There's lots of hand-me-down clothes here and they got color and just figuring out stupid little decisions like that. I would be in there for an hour changing clothes because I could.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Uh-huh.
and the bathtub, that was the first bath I'd had in, well, a long time.
Yeah.
I stayed in that thing till I was like a prune, got out, got unwrinkled, ran some more, got back in again, in, out. Cow going. Things. The first night that I slept at David's, I had to get out of the bed actually because it was too soft. It like just enveloped you. It felt like, and I was used to something pretty solid. So yeah, and the carpet felt like you were walking on a comforter or something. People don't realize how padded that is. You're used to walking on it. Well, I hadn't walked on carpet forever.
Yeah.
And so I just walked around on the carpet. Or even sitting in soft chairs. Wow.
Yeah. Everyday stuff that we take for granted. I mean, that we just
regulating the temperature of your water coming out of the sink and having it run instead of having to push a button with one hand and then push a button with the other hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Sitting down on a real toilet with a toilet seat, not a silver stainless steel coldy. There's just lots of things that people don't really think about. We ended up in a Walmart up there in Twin Falls, and my son is having my granddaughter try on these swimsuits, and then he's talking on the phone to his wife, who's back in the motel room, and she picks out the swimsuit. I said, well, how does that work? He took her picture, shagged it to the motel, and the mom's sitting in the motel going, okay, yeah, I want that one. And I'm going, is this crazy or what? How does that work? I want one of them. Holy cow. You just shag a picture out. And how handy is that? Skype. You can look at them, correct me if I'm wrong, and talk so they can see. So you better be dressed. Can you, I mean, guys, seriously.
Yeah.
These things blow me away. I woke up one day and looked in the mirror and I didn't like who I was. I was a pretty hateful gal. If you had on a uniform with a badge, that was enough reason for me to hate you. Hate you. And be hateful towards you. And then one day when I looked in the mirror, I didn't even know who I was anymore. I'm like, whoa, how did you get here, Deb? I think that's the fork everybody talks about, where you either get out of denial and start owning your part in this and make some changes, or you turn the dark side. You know? None of the officers here in Logan even had any malicious intent towards me. I think they believed at the time in their heart they had the right person. Or I choose to believe that.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you...
Because otherwise you're still packing a bitter seed around, and when you've got that, just like cancer, it'll grow and grow and grow. You can't do that. You can't. You have to give people the benefit of the doubt. One of my institute teachers told me once, if you always assume positive intent, then you're never going to be offended. You know, even if I don't understand a comment that you might make to me, I'm going to assume it was meant in a positive light. And I won't be offended.
But you're human. Like, how do you
are human. I said that to those law students the other day. I said, you know, that's one thing nobody ever gets past. I don't think we all seek. I want your approval, you know.
Yeah.
I want you to believe me. I want the world to know I didn't do this. Why? It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's between me and him. As long as he knows, and he does. Does it really matter? I think my biggest fear is that I just want us to be a normal family again someday, you know, where I can feel comfortable to go in and out of their house, vice versa, and we become a normal family. I'm not a visitor, you know, I'm your mom.
Yeah. Because
right now I want to be the mom again, you know.
What was it like to live in the big house?
Oh, it wasn't something I'd ever care to repeat, that's for sure. But there was good things that come of it too.
Yeah.
Some really great blessings that came out of it. Humbling for Deb Brown. I don't think I'd ever stopped to read scriptures if I'd have stayed out here and lived my fast lane, who cares about tomorrow lifestyle.
Uh-huh.
I completely changed in there. Figured out what was important. Where your priorities should be, that they never were. I thought I was giving those kids everything important in life, and really all that was important was their mom. But imagine sitting in this little boxed up brick room, and when you get out and see things, you see them with different eyes. It's definitely different. I try not to miss any sunrises or sunsets, even from the deli. I can watch the sunset because we got windows. I don't miss it. I do not miss it. They're just some of our little tender mercies in life that we're not supposed to miss. We're not just supposed to plant the seeds. We're supposed to stop and smell them things too.
What do you pray for?
Just for peace. Answers. Be insightful, to know how to, help the kids. I still don't have the answers, but I have peace for the most part. I said once, you can only be as happy as your kids are. I believe that's true. And that's really the only thing that holds us back right now. Even Elena, my daughter, she was my baby, is still kind of in remorse or something, because she'll watch me with her granddaughters. And then all of a sudden or my granddaughters, and she'll just start bawling. I'm like, what's the matter, babe? She's like, I'm just seeing what kind of mom you would have been, and it breaks your heart.
Yeah.
Would have been. How about I am now? It's things like that that, bother me, that I can't do anything about. There was not a book written for this. How you go about doing this. I'm learning, and I'm making every mistake you could possibly make. Not intentionally. I wouldn't hurt any of these kids or any of my family intentionally. But I have.
And
you
like
do.
Yeah.
Yes. Somebody said, the 3 most important words you can say isn't I love you, but remember to say I was wrong. And remember to say I'm sorry. And I'm getting really good at that.